Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss numerology psychic number 3 for Chaldean numerology. So as we know, the number 3 is depicted by Jupiter, which is the god of the Devas. That's known in the eastern side of the world. So that just pretty much means like the god of the angels. It's the light side. So number 1 was all about the being number 1. It was like the feminine winner mentality, whereas number 3 is considered the masculine winner mentality. So this affects your psyche in a different way. Like number ones will actually outsource and make people work for them, and they'll try to like get more resources as they go for their goals, and they want things to be easy. The number 3 is not the same. The number 3 will actually go out and do everything themselves. They won't, like, for instance, like I'll get somebody to edit my videos. Number 3 won't do that. They'll just do it themselves because they believe that they're the only people that can do things right, and they believe other people just are not adequate enough to do it properly. It's true and not true. For threes, it does work for them just because they are very artistic. They can express themselves in different ways that other psychic numbers couldn't think of. So I'm not going to argue that point and say that you shouldn't do that if you're a psychic number 3, just because it's true. You do have the capability of doing a lot of things by yourself and being a one-man or woman army. But you should ask for help and should reach out to others when it is necessary. But if you could do it all yourself, I'm not going to hold that against you either. It's true that it's better to do things by yourself than with others for the most part. So if you're a psychic number 3, would fall under number 3 if you're born the 3rd, number 12 born the 12th, 21st, or the 30th. And there are some differences between them. So the 3rd is like the most social and outgoing one. Sort of like what you'd have as the class clown archetype, very good at performing, good in drama, music, things of that nature. The number 12 is more of people's, they would laugh at them, not with them. So you have to be very careful. If you're born the 12th, the reason why you're having that is because you have the compound numbers of 1 and 2, which is male, and then female, and then number 3, which is like their kid. So you have the sort of victim mentality if you're born the 12th. You have to be very, very careful for that. Just because number 1 wants you to be like forefront, serious, strong like the sun. Number 2 wants you to be nurturing, harmonizing, understanding and empathetic like the 2. And then number 3, which is Jupiter, is very, very individualistic. Jupiter doesn't even reflect the sun's rays. Like, it doesn't care for the sun's rays at all. But of all the planets, it absorbs the least amount of the sun's rays because that just shows number 3 the way it's independent. It doesn't even take help from the sun either. So that really describes number 3s for you. Very, very good with money though. But the number 12, you just have to be careful because these 3 planets are so powerful. They end up clashing typically and causing a bit of contradictions in your personality, and that may make people laugh at you if you're indecisive. So what you would, if I was born the 12th, what I'd be deciding in my psyche is, do I want to more so hold the number 1's viewpoints or the number 2's, because that's the compound number that's going to control your internal processing. The number 3 is just the external component, but the 1 and 2 is where you're going to have a debate between. Because you're a 3, I would say whether you're a man or a woman, you should be using the number 1. Just simply because the number 1, which is the sun and Jupiter, are more so, they have like the same type of characteristics. And you want to make sure that you are being very independent. You want to make sure that you can be funny, but just make sure that people are not laughing at you or you're not a victim to anybody else trying to manipulate you. Just watch out for those things. If you're born the 21st, believe it or not, it's a lot different than the 12th. I thought it would be the same because it's the same numbers, but it's not. Because the number 2 comes first. You guys are able to get successful through your education and through getting promotions at work. So whereas number 12 is all about like really being a mastermind and being independent and utilizing the sun's energy. So if you're doing business, do something independent. The number 21 is actually more so about working for others, working with others, working as a team. And it does work out very, very well for you guys. So just keep that in mind. But it's very similar, but career-wise, different. You guys do get success, but for people born the 21st, it's usually in the later part of life. Life is more like a gamble for you guys. That's where the 21 kind of has that symbolism as well, in blackjack and different things like that, because it is a bit of a gamble. There's meanings behind all these things. The next one is 30, which is a lot of politicians, like Dick Cheney was born under this one. If you guys seen the movie Vice. Number 30 is very, very about, it amplifies the 3's energy, but it makes the 3 very disciplined. It makes Jupiter have that extra sense of security and sureness within oneself. So anybody born in the 30s is going to be very sure of themselves. They might be funny, but they're going to be funny in a very serious way. Like they'll say something to you that's really dry, and you'll find it funny, but they're going to look at you with a dead straight face and say, well, that's just how it is. Most sociopaths are born under the number 30 just because the Jupiter in itself isn't it exactly. Everybody thinks it's a very, very like good planet. It is, but at the same time, it's very serious and it's very particular about getting what it wants. So you do have good luck with money. The number one career, my advice for you would be in politics for number 30, though. Anything to do with power, the number 30 really relates a lot more so with the 8th and everything else. If I didn't cover it before, the number 3 in itself, if you're born in the 3rd, you can be anything from a comedian to a writer to an actor, and that goes for any of the dates that I've listed off so far as well. But other notes on the number 3, though, if you are born under this, relationship-wise, you guys have a really, really great life. Number 3s are considered very attractive to the opposite sex, whether you're a man or a woman. You do have that sort of spotlight mentality where you capture the opposite sex very easily. And yeah, relationships are quite easy. Money-wise, also very, very good luck. I love doing readings and so forth, people with number 3, just because it's really, really easy. There's a lot of good luck that comes with it. And to amplify that good luck, all you really have to do is give Jupiter what it wants, which is discipline and not procrastinating. Once you get past those things, you literally have nothing else to worry about. On another note, your guys' good luck days would be Thursdays. That's Jupiter's particular day. And also the days of the month that will be good luck for you guys will be anything that falls under the number 1, which is the sun, you guys get along with, and also the number 3. So like I'd say like the 1st, 10th, 19th, 28th, and then of course 19th. Sorry guys, repeat that one. Then you guys get the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, the 30th. So any of those will really go well for you guys. The only days I'd recommend watching out for is your opposition, which will be the 6th, which we're going to go over in a future video, of course. But anything that adds up to 6, please do not do anything on those days, guys. That is your polar opposite. The 6 and the 3 are very, very alike. However, they have different energy. The 3 has positive energy, the 6 has negative, and they do not go well together. But we're going to get into that in a future video. But aside from that, that should cover the major parts of the 3. Only other thing I want to bring up is just the health. Like I said, all psychic numbers do have health benefits and certain things that kind of affect you in a bad way. The thing with the 3 is that it has the best luck with health. It gives men and women that are covered with the 3 a very robust body. You guys are able to build muscle very easily, lose fat. A lot of 3s actually surprisingly are obese, but you guys can actually get rid of that very, very easily. It's not something that your body really deems as natural, but your body chemistry is meant to really be in shape and very athletic. So when it comes to diseases for 3s, there's actually none. A lot of the Chaldean numerology sites that I went on, they did try to say that, but I've spoken to people that actually do specialize in this in Sri Lanka and in the eastern side of the world, and they've already been very particular with me, and then they said 3 has no particular diseases except things that would come through your genetics. So when it comes to numerology, you have nothing to worry about. 3 has the best health out of all numbers. But aside from that, guys, that does cover everything that I know about the 3 in regards to psychic number anyway. If you guys have any questions of any sort, please just let me know in the comments. Aside from that, guys, like, subscribe. That's it for today, guys. Peace.